Hello, I'm Bill Wasch. On today's edition of Seniors Living a Quality Life, we explore the Aging Network, dine with seniors at the Painted Pony Restaurant, check out an adult daycare center, and visit with the Royal Order of Old Fogies. In our first segment, we will learn more about the network of organizations and services for seniors in Connecticut and how these agencies work together. Next, we will travel to the Painted Pony Restaurant in Bethlehem, Connecticut to see the Senior Dine meal program in action. Then we are invited to participate in a lively discussion about pirates at the Royal Order of Old Fogies monthly get-together. And finally, we will see how an adult daycare center in East Hartford is helping 3 seniors stay in their homes longer. All up next on this edition of Seniors Living a Quality Life. First up, we learn more about the agencies serving seniors in the state of Connecticut and what information and programs they have available.
The Aging Network really started with an impetus from the federal government under the Older Americans Act in 1965. It gave money to states to really start focusing much more than they had been in the past on aging issues. So in 1975, in Connecticut, it became a separate department on aging.
The Connecticut Department of Social Services Elderly Services Division is at the center of the Aging Network in Connecticut. And the Department of Social Services receives federal and state funding to provide programs for older adults in Connecticut. And we disperse the funding to a more local level to 5 area agencies on aging.
The Agency on Aging of South Central Connecticut is one of 5 area agencies in the state of Connecticut. We were the first incorporated one in the state, and we are the largest.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I would like to have information where I can find the Family Resource Center, please.
We try to act as a focal point for a number of venues when it comes to seniors. One of our primary areas where we actually interact with the seniors themselves is through our Aging Resource Center, where seniors, caregivers, siblings can call in and get information on a number of different aging issues.
Do you have that original form from the secondary insurance that says why they denied that?
The Aging Resource Center serves as an umbrella for a number of different smaller programs. One is the Family Resource Center, which houses a library of information. We next have the Choices Program, which is an insurance counseling program to help seniors and their families understand Medicare and long-term care.
So this is the supplemental rate sheets and information about supplemental plans that someone may call you about. We get phone calls probably 85% of the time about Medicare-related issues, Title 19 or any other state program through Department of Social Services. So I would guess that we deal with about 10,000 people a year.
The other 2 large areas that we involve seniors with directly are, we have a large volunteer department.
This is the one in West Haven.
We work with about 700 volunteers, and they serve in 3 primary areas: the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, the Foster Grandparent Program, and the Senior Companion Program.
I've worked with the organization since September of last year. I work with the daycare and with the Foster Grandparents Association because I like doing this. I like being busy, and this is part of my life.
The third program, where we involve over 3,000 seniors, is part of the Connecticut Home Care Program for Elders. We have 45 care managers that go out into the community and visit with the elders and their families, and we're one of 3 access agencies that broker services on behalf of seniors trying to maintain themselves in their homes.
The area agencies and the State Unit on Aging together are responsible for a much larger network, which includes something very unique in Connecticut. Municipal agents on aging are appointed by the chief elected official in every town. And their job is to be information and referral specialist for older people.
Hi, Mars.
Hi, Andrea.
How you doing?
I have the compass of...
The reason the legislature established the municipal agents for the elderly was to ensure that all of Connecticut's 169 towns had a representative within that town that would be able to provide older adults with information on programs and services that were available to them.
You're going to be getting a notice from ConPace in about 3 or 4 weeks. And then at that time, call me and I can help you fill it out.
Okay, very good, yes. Oh, she has been very helpful ever since my husband passed away. I couldn't do it myself. Right now, it's my vision and hearing is gone down. So therefore, I depend upon people, and whenever it's a problem, I call Andrea, and she tries to give me the answer. So I couldn't go without her, you know, because she's been very, very good to me.
Usually municipal agents are someone within the community who has some knowledge of elder issues and older adult issues. We're finding more and more that municipal agents within the town are social service coordinators and senior center.
I assist people who are age 60 and over with applying for services and benefits, help people understand Medicare, Medicaid, help people who are eligible programs such as ConPace, which is Connecticut's prescription drug assistance program, and also state and town programs such as the property tax relief program, renter's rebate, energy assistance. All right, and well, it says here that you might be eligible for ConPace. Wonderful. Okay, so I have that application right here. Do you want to do it now?
Sure. Okay. I found out about the ConPace program through Lisa, and she helps me fill out the forms, and I go in and discuss the problems that I have. I feel very, good about going in to talking to Lisa, and informs me. 504.
Senior centers are an actual place for individuals to go, and they can expect a syllabus of activities for them during the day. She is much more seen as a coordinator, cooperator of a larger community, whereas a senior center is typically specific to a town.
The concept of senior centers is that there would be what the Area Agency on Aging calls a focal point, that there be one place in a community where both older individuals and their families can find the resources that they need to maintain an independent, healthy lifestyle.
Well, we have exercises twice a week, and then we also have different ones to come in and speak to us. I always look forward to coming here because it just gives me such a lift to come here and meet all the nice friends here, and we have a good time.
Senior centers nourish the portion of the community that is older. It's just that simple.
How you doing? That's good.
If there was no center, we wouldn't have no activities nor anything. This is like your family. And we have a lot of jokes. We play games. We go on trips. We call each other at nights. And if they don't show up, we call and find out what's wrong. This is like a boost. And you have to get up in the morning, get dressed, and have fun.
In this next segment, we made a group of seniors who are using the Senior Dine meal program, an option that helps seniors get a nutritious meal and have a good time doing it.
We're delighted that the Painted Pony here in Bethlehem is connected with the Senior Dine program. And this is a program, of course, that's open to senior citizens in the town of Bethlehem 5 days a week.
The Senior Dine program is a new innovation by folks out in the western Connecticut area. And basically the Senior Dine program is like a credit card swipe where you can make your donation at a restaurant.
The Senior Dine program is a new concept in the elderly nutrition program. The traditional model of the elderly nutrition program is seniors coming together in a more or less closed center where they come at a specified time, they eat a specified meal. The Senior Dine program was our attempt to do something a little bit different, to offer seniors the chance to go to a restaurant, to eat from a menu of different food items that have been approved to meet our standards, but to choose what they want to eat and when they want to eat it, to dine with friends or with family in more of a mainstream setting.
Coming here for our Senior Dine programs is just an absolutely wonderful experience. This being a very small town, we know most of the people that are here. It feels like you're almost coming into your own family to have your dinner.
Right now, the people that are targeted for the restaurant program are those in rural areas where there are no senior centers to provide something in these outlying communities where they otherwise wouldn't have a service available.
It's terrific that we have the nutrition that is provided by the program. Sometimes we, act of eating, don't get the right caloric intake.
Seniors who are interested in participating in the Senior Dine program register for the number of meals that they wish to eat, and they can use them at any time during the month. We then charge up a card for them. It's like a debit card. They take the card to the restaurant when they eat, and each time they eat, the card is swiped, deducting one meal.
We pay a suggestion of $2.75 for the meal, and this is a meal that most people would say is going to be $10 or more that you would get.
At least.
Because it's a very inclusive meal.
The cost of the meals vary depending upon the restaurant, but they're generally within the $6.50 to $9 range. The seniors contribute the $2.75 that's requested, and the balance is made up from our federal funding or other fundraising efforts that we do. The only requirements to participate in the Senior Dine program is that a person must be 60 years of age or older and reside in one of the 4 towns where we have the Senior Dine program. Those are Sherman, Woodbury, Bethlehem, and Bethel. There are no income restrictions. Anyone of any income can participate, and we welcome you to do that. The 4 restaurants that we're working with now have been very excited. They give us a great deal on their meals so that we can pass this program on to the older adults.
We're all set for tonight. You have your specials all set? We're all good.
The restaurants have to meet all of the nutritional requirements of the regular elderly nutrition program. That means 1/3 of the recommended dietary allowances for the meal, no excess sodium or saturated fat, and adequate fiber. And I must say it's difficult, and there are very few restaurants that are willing to do this.
A large percentage of our customer base was seniors, and what we wanted to do is have them come on a regular basis where we would design a certain menu for them in a certain price range that they could come in groups and enjoy the restaurant and each other too at the same time.
What can I get for you?
We'll have 2 iced teas and a Stewart's grape soda.
Okay.
The Senior Dine program is more of a community integrated setting than a local senior center. At a senior center, generally people are 55 and up. Our senior diners are dining with people of all ages. In fact, they could take their card and go to lunch with their daughter or their grandchild and use their card for their meal so that they can, have an intergenerational dining experience.
Well, when I come, I always bring my wife. And I sometimes often bring my granddaughter with me. So that's nice that I can bring her because she eats off of the regular menu, the children's menu. And I can't take her to the senior center unless we take her lunch with us. So I like to come here because I can bring her. I like the fact that I get fed a good meal every day, at least one good meal every day. Because my wife doesn't cook anymore. I'd rather come to a restaurant, I'll tell you. And I think you get better meals and more of it here.
Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you.
The mere fact that half the elderly residents in Bethlehem are signed up for this program, this is very unusual. The trend nationally and unfortunately locally is that seniors are not participating in the traditional congregate meal program. Seniors are busy, and the times that we're serving at our traditional sites are not always convenient for them. So this gives them the opportunity to still get a well-balanced meal, to socialize with friends or with family at a time that works for them.
We come 2 or 3 times a week here. It's a big help. I really appreciate the fact that they have this program going, and I sincerely hope it continues.
The Royal Order of Old Fogies is a group of retired men that meets monthly, taking turns presenting research papers on everything from volcanoes to pirates.
One of the most exciting and happy kinds of experiences that I've had has been to be fortunate enough to belong to a group of retired men known as ROOF, R-O-O-F, the Royal Order of Old Fogies. We meet once a month, and every year each of us has the responsibility of preparing some kind of a paper or presentation. And I love thinking of trying to find something that will stir the imagination and excite the minds of the other guys in the group.
I shake stuff all over the place, that's a thing.
Back in 1970, my father, who's Harvey Fuller, was one of the founders of this group. He and some other of his contemporaries decided to form a group to discuss current events, things that were going on not only in town but in the world. So the group developed from that and continued on. We each pick our own topic, and we keep it secret until the meetings.
So what are we going to learn about today?
I hope you're going to learn a little bit about pirates. Pirates are a fascinating study. I looked it up on the net. Now, you know my abilities on the net are strictly limited. I think pirates came about because I had this book given to me as a Christmas present. Well, it turns out it's all about pirates. That's how I got interested in this. And I said, you know, this is kind of fascinating. I think it also has been stimulated intellectually, because each time I've written a paper, I've spent a lot of time on it and looked up things I otherwise wouldn't have looked up. I think the group is very meaningful for me, and I think because a chance to get together with friends, to enjoy the fellowship, the camaraderie. I think the only boat that was not threatened by pirates was probably Noah and the Ark.
Well, I feel privileged to be in this group, and I feel enviable to be in this group. To me, it represents one of the great benefits of being a human being. It has been a very significant factor in what I consider the quality of my own life.
You know, so many people retire and say they're going to go fishing. Well, that lasts for about 3 weeks and you get tired of fishing and then they don't have anything else to do. This is just one of the many things that we have that give us an opportunity to express ourselves and to learn, and also to share the knowledges that we had over many years that we've been around.
Next up, we share the experiences of 3 seniors who are using adult daycare to help them stay in their homes longer.
Feet up.
Yeah.
Don had a stroke and requires pretty much 24 hours of being there to help him, and I was not getting out at all, and for a time had VNA nurses, but that expires and then you're on your own, so that's the point we're at right now. We can handle it pretty well ourselves, take one day at a time. Now nose over toes, and give a good push. 1, 2, 3.
In the case of Mr. McKelvey, certainly he requires a great deal of physical care. His wife also needs a respite from the 24/7 of providing care to him. And by Don coming here, he's able to benefit from the socialization of being with other men, to get the therapy that he needs to keep him at a level that he's at so he doesn't deteriorate further, and able to keep functional at home. So they can meet their goal of trying to stay in the community as long as possible.
Beautiful. Good job. Excellent.
She's getting some time off. I think that's the big thing.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing and a big thing. And I think that's what most of these people here are. There's someone at home who needs time off.
Today I had bridge club, which is a big day for me. I come back refreshed so that I can tackle the problems better.
We're as much about helping the caregiver as we are about helping the participant that comes here. So our goal is to support the caregiver, and they in turn are able to keep that person at home.
How about exercising your brain while we eat?
Well, I hope this will be sufficient. Because the next stop for me is an institution, and I don't want that.
Here we go. Okay. Go check your blood pressure, okay? Sure.
We have about 58 adult day centers in Connecticut. Some are social model programs, the majority of them being medical model centers.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too.
The distinction between the social model and the medical model is that there are more health services, there are nursing services, there are personal care, shower, bathing services, transportation, meals, rehabilitative therapies, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Where social model center may be more just that, just providing social opportunities, recreation, with a little bit of supervision.
It's a program where you're doing different things all the time while you're here, and that is helpful to me to have a change in what you're doing. You know how to swim? I do now.
It's a prevention program in that we want to challenge people mentally. We want to keep their minds alert and active and busy. We want to challenge them physically. We want to keep their bodies moving through exercise, through movement.
I think that the staff are outstanding, and this makes me look forward to Tuesdays and Thursdays when I come here. Although I mostly prefer being at home.
In Mr. Richardson's case, he was very involved in his lifetime as a minister and involved in his community. And by coming here, it provides him with some social outlet and again, medical supervision and nutrition. And his caregiver is able to get respite so that she can participate with friends or activities as well.
My mom came down from Wilbraham, Massachusetts, just about a month ago, and normally I work 9 to 2, 10 to 2, and I would put her in the lazy boy chair with the TV on and tell her not to move until I got home. And then I found the Jefferson House, and I came in, and it's just wonderful. It's been a godsend.
Well, I just was kind of doubtful, I guess, because I had no idea what it was about.
The first day when I came back, I was so surprised. She was just all smiles, and she wasn't real happy about coming the first day, but she was very happy, and it's been a very good experience.
Good morning, Catherine. How are you?
Good
morning, Catherine.
My turn. It's been nice to be here and be with other people. It's different, but it's really great. They have games, and they have nail polishing, and then today we had a game like a crossword puzzle, only it's all the different letters, and you pick out certain words out of it. We had a lot of fun with that.
G, and which way is that going? Up, absolutely.
Yeah, very good.
What are some of the favorite things that you've liked so far?
Word processing, not processing, but
word games.
Games.
Yeah.
I love all the word games. I love being here, you know, and having breakfast. And after breakfast, you get 2 choices of things to do. And same, you have lunch, and you have 2 more choices to do. I love being here.
Thanks for watching this edition of Seniors Living a Quality Life. Join us next time as we continue to explore issues that face Connecticut seniors.
And take 3.
The Royal Order of Old Fogies is a group of retired men that meets monthly, taking turns presenting research papers on everything from volcanoes to pirates. I think I got to do that one again.
Okay, so we're still rolling, and we'll do take 4. Anytime.
Oh, the same one, okay. The Royal Order of Old Fogies is a group of retired men that meets monthly, taking turns presenting research papers on everything from volcanoes to pirates.
And cut. Okay, good.
These phone numbers can provide you with more information about the programs and services in this episode of Seniors Living a Quality Life, or visit cptv.org. Seniors Living a Quality Life was made possible by the generous contribution of our presenting sponsor, Masonicare, with additional support from Qualidime, Kearns & Kearns of West Hartford, the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving, and Doncaster.
A production of CPTV Connecticut.